Yo, what is up, fam? Welcome back to the Car Talk podcast. Today, I am super pumped up. It's New Year's Eve, and I'm feeling fantastic, honestly. I'm feeling very, very good. Last night, I was up till like midnight reflecting on the year. I was just going through all my photos from, January all the way to December, and I was just like, damn, I cannot believe how amazing this year was. And I can honestly say I hope you feel the same exact way. 2024 flew by for me. I cannot believe it's about to be January tomorrow. It's nuts. It feels like just yesterday it was New Year's, and here we are. It's literally December 31st. So time is absolutely flying, and it just goes to show that if you're not doing what you love, you should start now, because by the time 2-3 years comes by, it's gonna be like, holy smokes, that was 3 years, and then you'll be so much better at whatever you're prioritizing. And that's kind of how I feel. This year I really did a lot of fishing. I had a hell of a year, I'd say, fishing wise, but creatively I did have a little bit of a setback. This year was something different. In all years past, I'd say the last 5 years, I've really done a lot of posting on all different platforms. But this year, I felt inclined to kind of step away from my phone a little bit. Like in March, I remember very vividly that I was like, holy crap, I'm about to be 26 in less than in about a half of a year. And I was just like mind blown that I almost it's not that I don't remember it, but the only way that I can almost at least I thought, I've been so into creating that I've been just on my phone constantly for the last, call it 6-7 years or whatever. But the last 3 or 4 years, I've been really, really going as hard as I can on social media. And that means I've been on my phone a lot. And I've been trying to document and create, but it's just one of those things when you try and put out a lot of content, you start videotaping at times where you kind of wish you wouldn't have, when you think back on it, or just in general, I just felt like I was taking away from being present by always trying to capture content. And I was kind of seeing that I might resent myself if I kind of kept that up. So I took some time to not post all the time on my stories, and not just post all the time of what I'm doing, what I'm eating, literally every single thing. And it was really, really therapeutic for me. It was really, really nice to take that step back and kind of slow down a little bit and be more present with my loved ones, be a little bit more present, while I'm just out fishing even. I did a lot of fishing without a camera this year, which I was not thinking I would do, but ultimately that's what my gut was telling me I needed to do. And I'm grateful that I was doing it, because I feel very, very good. And now that I kind of went almost the other opposite direction, create, going crazy, create, document, create, I kind of took a step back, was more present, and just really not as into my phone, throughout the summer and into the fall a little bit, but mostly throughout the summer and into spring. And it was really, really good for me. I can't stress it enough that now I feel like I can balance it out a little bit better, being present. And now I feel like I know exactly what I want to create about. The internet is an amazing tool, and it is an amazing, invention, and just all around tool for us to be able to get ourselves out there. And it's just one of those things that you do have to be mindful about, the future. What does your future self, want to be doing, and what does it, what do you want to almost prioritize? And unfortunately, I realized that I don't really want to be sharing a ton about my family. I don't really want to be sharing a ton about, the nitty-gritty stuff. I do want to share everything that I'm passionate about, which obviously is fishing. Number one, fishing. That's what I know I'm going to be creating a ton of content around. And then number two is cooking. I really enjoy cooking. or not really enjoy it. I'm starting to enjoy it more. I got a lot better at it, and I'd like to, eventually get a smoker maybe this year and like get into smoking meats and things like that. So I kind of want to start like documenting that and creating around that, as well as fitness. I love like sports, and I love fitness, like lifting weights. I love that stuff, and I always have, like as far back as I can remember. Like when I was young, I remember seeing my dad in the basement, pumping 25-pound dumbbells, doing curls and all kinds of stuff. And I remember wanting to lift weights so stinking bad, but I couldn't because my mom was always telling me, you'll stunt your growth. So I remember as far back as I can think, like lifting weights has been always a passion of mine. So I'd love to start eating healthier, documenting that, as well as, working out and going hard in the gym and getting my body to like where I believe it can get to in my prime. I'm 26 years old. Like I should be. I want to sculpt my body. Like that's what I want to do. I want to do it in a healthy way, and I want to do it in a fun way. And I just look forward to creating and documenting around that. And honestly, I think that's it. Like I do like to consume cannabis. I'm not gonna lie. So that's like, I don't drink alcohol. I really hate alcohol, actually. Like I'll do it on occasion, like when I celebrate with the family or friends or whatever, but I just don't really like alcohol that much because my family has had issues with it, and in general, like I've had issues with it too. And I know I've got a very addictive personality, and so even with cannabis, like I've got to be very, very mindful on my consumption habits and things of that nature. So I just really want to, maybe think about a way of how I can, create and document around that. Like I honestly might start doing like a cannabis journal, like a YouTube channel where I smoke, a couple of strains that I really am excited about, and then kind of give a review on it and kind of give like a, I'm not going to be super good at it because I'm still young, but I'd like to give like a good, description of what the taste is like and things of that nature. So I think that would be another cool thing for me to start creating and documenting around. But for the most part, when I think back on like, when I'm older, like 30, 40, like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years even, I just don't think I want to like have to like update my friends or fans, I guess, or like the community that I have built and stuff about my family. Like I just don't want to do that, which I've done in the past. Like I've shared a lot about my papa, and I've shared a lot about, because he passed, and I shared a lot about like my aunt a little bit, I guess, and just like, I don't know, I share a little bit about my niece, and like gonna have a nephew here soon, and like I've just been thinking a lot about family, and I want to, obviously have a family of my own, not soon, but eventually. So it's just one of those things that I just, quite honestly, I don't think I want to share content and document and create around. So that's something that's new to me. I didn't think that would be the case, starting 2024, but I'm kind of happy that I've realized that now, and now I'm just kind of focusing on, like I said, those 3 things, 4 things, I guess, but for the most part, 3 things, and really just fishing. Like I really want, my biggest goal for 2025 is I really, really want to refine my editing skills, as well as just my overall consistency on YouTube, because I know I need to start generating a little bit more income for myself. I've been literally riding by the bare minimum financially, and I'm enjoying that. Like I really, really think it's fun to keep it humble and just like keep it super, super simple. But at the same time, I would like to, start building a little bit more of a foundation for myself. And I think that YouTube is honestly a good path for me. I think that YouTube is a solid, platform for people to, make a a decent, living, I guess, on, and I think I have the potential to do that. So I'm going to give it my all, and this year I'm going to do my best to at least post weekly. That's my goal, but it's going to be a challenge, I will say. So like I said, I want to be, creating on all of the social media platforms as well as YouTube. So it's kind of hard to balance all of that, I'm not going to lie. But I will be able to do it. I'm looking forward to doing it. And honestly, I've got no choice. Like, I just really, I got to get this going, to be honest. So this is year 5, 6, 7 for me. Like, I'm getting close to my, I'm getting close to, like, having some real skin in the game. So if I don't have anything rolling for myself by then, I'm going to be kind of bummed. But I have high hopes with 2025. I think it's going to be great for all of us. And as you're listening to this, I hope you're not thinking that I'm just boasting about myself and my goals and my accomplishments and stuff like that. I want you to be thinking about things that you could be doing so that you can potentially be, a year from now, like thinking back on things that you started this year and like making goals for 2025. I know it's like cliche to be making goals, but the New Year's resolutions things is like a real deal. Like I think it's engraved into us at this point. Like January 1st just feels like a fresh start, and quite honestly, I'm a firm believer that any moment is a fresh start. So I utilize this, time of the year, this holiday, this whatever, to kind of create content around like the values that a resolution and goal for yourself brings. Like, the more goals you make for yourself, the more progress you make, and you always will fall short of the goals if you make good goals, but you will accomplish a lot of the goals that you make, and you'll be blown away by how much farther you get to the goals that you didn't make, that year, the next year, because of just even thinking about it and trying during that year. So it's just one of those things that I think everyone needs to start doing, in general on their journey, is just like making goals for themselves and just doing things that align with their future self, because delayed gratification is something that not many people talk about, but I think it's one of the keys to my success and one of the keys to why I am going to be a success in the industry that I'm in. And I just think it's because I've been able to live below my means for so long, and for it's just like stupid. No one would really do this unless if they're unbelievably passionate about what I'm passionate about. And so it's just unique to kind of be in the position that I'm in. And I think that more people can honestly be in that kind of scenario, obviously in your own context, but I think it's something that's going to be studied in the future. Like, delayed gratification is something that I think could be considered a superpower, because the more you compound, and the more you wait, and honestly, I guess it could just be me too, but I'm just one of those weirdos. Like, I remember as far back as I can remember when we would go on family vacations, I would get so damn excited the month before. Like, although honestly, we've had vacations that were planned a year, almost 2 years in advance, and I remember the build up to that vacation like it was yesterday, and that was almost more enjoyable than the vacation itself. And I don't want to say the vacation wasn't incredible, because the vacation was fantastic. Like, I'm so grateful for all of the family vacations that I was able to go on throughout my childhood, and all of them were so awesome. But I will say, like, as soon as I got on the plane, I was like, oh my God, I'm going to miss this moment. I'm going to miss being, having the whole trip ahead of me. And then I would be halfway through the trip and I'd be like, oh my gosh, like, it's already halfway through the trip. Like, I've only got 2 or 3 days left. Oh my God, I'm going to miss this so much. Like, and I just like then I got a day left, and it's just like, and I was that type of kid that I would wake up before sunrise to see the sunrise. I would stay up as late as I could just to enjoy it, just so much. Like, I just wanted to enjoy it as much as I possibly could. And then after the vacation is what I remember most, and that was like the most disappointing feeling, like oh, like it sucks, like oh fuck, like you know that feeling, like it's not a good freaking feeling. And it's just interesting, as I've gotten older, I've noticed I'm the same exact way now. And part of me has studied that and just been like, okay, like I need to develop a better relationship with this. Like, why do I like my vacation so much? Or why do I want to go on a vacation so much? And that made me start reflecting on like my day-to-day. Like, why can't day-to-day be like a vacation? Obviously, you've got to make bills. You've got to be able to stand on your own two feet. But like, all in all, what would you like to be doing on a day-to-day basis, Monday through Sunday? And that's when I started thinking like, holy shit, I know exactly what I want to be doing. But it's going to take a lot of time to build that. And obviously, I'm going to have to make a ton of sacrifices from now until then. And like, I'm talking 10, 15 years of time. And I'm talking like when I was 18, 19, deciding to do what I started, like a creative career. And I was just like, damn, like, this is what I need to do to enjoy my day-to-day. So that way, when I go on vacation, I'm not when I've got a vacation planned, I'm not looking forward to the vacation. I'm actually disappointed because I'm going to have to leave. And it's the most interesting mindfuck to me. Like, I would have never thought that I'd be in this position to be able to share this with you guys today, but I can honestly say every vacation that I took in 2024 was one that I wish I didn't leave. Every single one of them I was so damn excited for. So damn excited for. Like VCon, going to LA for VCon, are you kidding me? That was the coolest experience I've ever had in my entire life. But that was also the most unique experiences because I didn't want to leave and I was excited. I didn't want to leave home to go, and I didn't want to go. I didn't want to stay there. I was looking forward to going home. Sorry, that was hard to put into words, but I was looking forward to going home to my regular life. And that feeling is the coolest feeling to me in the world. I feel so damn proud of myself for figuring that out and for just delaying kind of a lot of things so that I can live a life that I love every single day, Monday through Sunday. And I believe every single human on earth, if they really go back and think on the things that they genuinely loved so damn much before money was even a thing when they were a kid, I guarantee more people would be doing what they love and could be doing what they love Monday through Sunday, and they would not need to take a vacation. They could do staycations if they needed to. Or if they did take vacations or trips or whatever, they would feel the same way that I'm feeling about them, which is I don't want to leave home, but I'm excited for this experience, and I can't wait to go home because I will be a better version of myself when I come home, and that is going to be an amazing thing for my life. So that's where I think the conversation needs to start going. I don't think we need to, keep showing people like success is like an AP watch, a Rolex, and a freaking Lamborghini, and a freaking, fat pad that I could host a whole freaking football team in. Like, dude, honestly, I think we all need to just live within our means. And if you have dreams to like have a little more, that's okay. That's cool as hell. I'm all for capitalism. Like, I'm not bashing anyone for having fancy cars, a fancy home, fancy stuff. But I just want to make sure those people that have fancy stuff are having them for the right reasons. If that's really what you're passionate about, I'm fucking happy as hell for you. But if it's not what you're really passionate about, what that is it's just bandages of it for insecurities that you have. And what that means is that you're taking vacations to escape your regular life because you don't like your life. And that's a hard realization to make, but life is long. Why are you settling for that? People just settle for a Monday through Friday, a 9 to 5 that they don't fucking like. when they could just take a few steps back, live less luxurious, and actually do something that's gonna be impactful for their future and for everything that they love and everything that their ancestors know that they love. And as soon as you lean into those things, you will start to experience blessings that you would have never, ever thought were possible. And that's straight facts. So I really, really, really hope that you listen to this and you feel inspired to go out and do whatever the hell you loved to do when you were a kid, before you even knew what money was. And as soon as you do that, I promise you, you will feel better. If you love to fish, don't you feel better when you go out fishing and catch a fish? Then fucking make a damn career out of it. What the fuck are you waiting for? Alright? Like, dude, enough's enough. Your best friend's not gonna tell you to fucking do it. Your siblings aren't gonna tell you to fucking do it. I'm gonna fucking tell you to do it because I did it, because I told myself to do it, and I'm the happiest version of myself, and I am in the best position I've ever been in my entire life, and I would have never thought that I'd be here today at 26. It's a blessing to be alive, and it is a blessing moment by moment. You have the power to change your mind and do whatever you want to do. Take what you had, whatever experience you had, and run with it. Everything that you've done up until this point was exactly what you were supposed to do, but now is the time to take control of your life and to do the things that you genuinely feel in your heart you need to do to make sure that when you're on your deathbed, you are living and have lived the life that you have always dreamt of living. You will not have a single regret. And I promise that is all I want for all of you and everyone in this world. And as soon as you start doing what you're passionate about and doing what you genuinely love, you will think the exact same way that I do, because there is so much abundance in this world, and there is no reason why you can't get some of whatever the hell it is that you want. If you want nice things, guess what? You can have nice things. I don't come from nice things. I want nice things, and that's okay. And I'm gonna get those nice things, and I'm gonna document me getting those nice things. And you guys are gonna wish you had those things if you feel the same way that I feel about it. But I promise you, if you do exactly what I'm saying, you will have those nice things too, when the time is right and when you do the things that you were meant to do. So I love you so fucking much. I hope you really, really, really feel that. And I hope you take every bit of this momentum and run with it for 2025. I hope you have the best damn year ever. And I hope 2024 was one of the best years of your life. And if it wasn't, I genuinely think you might need to listen back to some of this and do exactly what I mentioned, because this is the time to do what we love. Now is the time. I love you, fam. I love you so fucking much. And as I end every single podcast, whew, man, I'm fired up. As I end every single podcast, fam, if you feel happy, if you feel like you can spread some kindness and positivity, please do it in one way or another, whether that be a text, a phone call, a tweet, an Instagram post, whatever it may be. Spread some love today, spread some positivity. The world needs it now more than ever. And fam, stay curious. Without curiosity, you will never become the version of yourself that you were meant to be. I love you. Have the best year ever, fam. For real. Peace out.